Today we're going to talk about community service integrated into meetings and events. And it's a really important topic because planners are always looking for new ways to have their groups learn about their destination in a unique way. Certainly the sights and the sounds and the smells of the destination are really important, but being able to give back to the community and learning about learning about destinations through giving back to them, learning about destinations through the community organizations that are working for the good of the people is another way to learn about a destination. In addition, it's also a great way to leave something behind while creating memories that are going to last a very long time. CSR, corporate social responsibility. It really allows our meetings to make a difference. And I think that in general, we all know that meetings do make a difference. What we did with Impact for Good is we really wanted to come up with really a menu of options that could bring community service to the ballroom. And for the past 7 years, that's what we've been focusing on, is really trying to help our clients give back to the community at their events. The value to community service that it brings to employees who work for companies that care. How many of you have done volunteer work in your lives? Okay, a lot of people have done it. Okay. Question to you is imagine if you can take the value of those experiences and bring them to your events and the value that can bring to your events. So truthfully, community service can happen short and sweet. And in your events, planners are finding out that you could do things in as little as 10 minutes time for some of your participants. Maybe maximum 2 hours if you have to, and that can fit into your agenda. One of the things that's important for planners to know is that it's really easy to give back to the community at events. There are many reasons why planners oftentimes don't think about giving back to the events, because they think back to community service or volunteer experiences they had personally, which involve going off-site, which involve leaving a destination hotel, and something that's going to take a really long time. But community service can happen in a ballroom. It can happen at a conference center. It can happen at a golf resort. It can happen on property at hotels, which makes it really easy for meeting planners to integrate community service into their events, integrate it into their agenda in a short time period between 30 minutes and 2 hours, and something in a very meaningful way. You don't have to go off-site to be able to do these types of programs, and you can make it feel real by doing these types of things right there in the ballroom. Representative said, this makes an amazing difference to our school. We haven't gotten this type of stuff, these kind of bookshelves in a number of years. These things will last for a lifetime. These are fantastic. And all these books that you've donated as well, this makes an incredible difference in our school and in the lives of our children. You've made an incredible difference. People felt good about that. They felt good about being able to do that, and the company provided them with that opportunity. And then, wouldn't you know, the doors opened and a whole classroom full of students came into that meeting room, and they were able to get onto those teams with the groups, make these colorful handprints where they wrote the names of their favorite children's books and decorated these bookshelves, pick out a book from the book collection, get a bookmark that had been designed by the teams, and ultimately, as you might imagine, you had attendees of this event sitting cross-legged with these kids reading books on the floor of this Dallas ballroom. It is something where, when people work together and do something together, there's a value it brings to the bottom line. You feel good about yourself when you give back to the community, correct? You feel good about who you are. You have that feeling of having done something for the greater good. But then all of a sudden your employer is the one that gave you that experience. Like, wow, that is not just a place to go to work. That's a place that's thinking for my well-being. They're actually, they want me to feel good about who I am. I personally feel that 9 out of 10 people would say that they would want to give back to the community, but they don't know where to look. And then all of a sudden their employers give them an opportunity to do so, and they're thankful for that opportunity. We have now, for example, Starwood on-site specialty events. They offer now these programs that are these turnkey options that you as planners can use to give back to the community. These CSR options that are kind of like menu items that you can just pick out that give back to the community. Using Starwood's on-site specialty events, meeting planners are able to access community service activities that are available in a turnkey fashion, and they never need to turn to outside vendors at all. Having this tool available to planners is something that's invaluable for those that want to give back to the community but don't have the time to search for those opportunities. One of the roles of meeting planners is to create the right environment for their meeting to thrive. Community service can play that role in a way that allows participants to have a meaningful experience with their colleagues and know that they're doing something for the good of the community. They feel good about themselves for having done it. The people that they're with, they're excited about being with, and they're excited that their employer gave them the opportunity to do so. When you create that kind of an environment at a meeting, it allows your meeting to thrive because people are excited about being there, and it really sets the right tone from the get-go that they're there for a purpose and their employer knows what comes first.